Hi guys, I'm Connor from Surface to Air Sports, and this is the 2021 Liquid Force Butterstick Pro cable wakeboard. So we're a board sports retailer based in the UK, specialising in wakeboarding, kitesurfing and snowboarding. If after watching this video you'd like to get your hands on a Butterstick Pro or any of the products that you see in our videos, please have a look at our website, s2as.com. But for now, enjoy this review. Butterstick Pro is of course a progressed version of Liquid Force's Butterstick, which you may recognise from last year as it's a carryover model and has stayed the same, whereas the Butterstick Pro has had a couple of slight changes. Felix Georgi's Pro model, obviously he wanted a little bit more dynamic feeling from his board, so there are some differences between the Pro and the Butterstick that you would expect. Looking at it, the first one that really came to mind is the Butterstick Pro is a little bit narrower edge to edge, and the reason for this is that whilst riding it's going to give you faster edge to edge control, and then in the nose and the tail of the board you've got a much more squared off shape. I've nearly lost that board but I saved it. This squared off shape is going to give you more ollie and nollie potential as it hits the water with more force, giving you more uplift. There are other variants in this board and greater features that I'm going to go through throughout this review. Being a Pro model board, Felix Georgi's Pro model, of course this board incorporates Liquid Force's Flex Track technology, two flexing track systems to insert your bindings upon, instead of traditional M6 inserts. This allows for greater movement throughout the board where the bindings normally sit. It's been reinforced with an additional fiberglass plating and is of course compatible with all major brands of boots that use a 6-inch spread. It's optimized with Liquid Force's 4D technology, and this is Felix Georgi's Pro model boot, the Hook 6X, and they also do a 4D version. I'll obviously go into this in another video, but we just wanted to show you what this looked like on the board. But yeah, Flex Track is completely underrated technology and really worth looking into, particularly if you're going for a Liquid Force board. I just want to take a moment in this video just to discuss the graphic. Obviously normally I rattle on about features for a while, but I think this looks sick. It's a cool sort of Picasso-esque, tribal, totem head, brightly coloured paint spatter thing that just looks sick. Like, I know we all sort of pretend that we purely buy wakeboards because they are best suited to our riding, but we all kind of secretly know that we buy them because they look really nice. And this looks really nice. Like, the base, super clean, white, Liquid Force, that's all you need. But that top sheet, it's just sick. The last major upgrade between the Butterstick Pro and the traditional Butterstick is the integration of Liquid Force's 3D flex tips. Now in the nose and the tail of the board, you can see through the belly of the board, it's obviously a lot thicker. You've got a lot more durability, a lot more resilience, contact just through the center there. Now the nose and the tail profiles out, gets a lot thinner. And that's because of these 3D flex tips, designed not only to flex inwards, but have torsional twisting as well. So when you're up and a nose press and you're exaggerating, you want to add a little bit of tweakage to it. It's just playful. It gives you more forgiveness, gives you more fun. And that's what the Butterstick Pro is ultimately all about. It's fun while you're riding. The Liquid Force Butterstick Pro comes in 4 sizes. This one here is the 148. It's probably our most popular size in this board last year. I know it's probably the size I would go for. It also comes in 140, 144 for probably the more slighter rider. If you're under like what, 80 kilos or so, you want to be looking at that. Or if you're looking at riding a bigger board, they also do a 152 model. It's worth bearing in mind as well that they've brought the stance in on the 48 and the 52 by half an inch, because they know that people want to ride bigger boards. By having that slightly narrower stance, it'll allow you to be more comfortable on the board and really help you with your presses and your riding around the cable. So much like its predecessor, the Butterstick Pro is an obstacle-focused machine. When we look at the base, we can really see that that's quite clear. You've got a mellow, single concave that's going to provide you lift and a loose feeling. You've got a little bit of tip and tail channeling, just to give you a little bit more grip on those landings. And then of course, I mean, that single concave, it's mellower through the center, but it's a little bit more aggressive on the nose and the tail. That's going to give you a little bit more acceleration, a bit more thrust into your riding. It's going to help you lock onto those pipe features, but overall this is a really loose and skatey feel wakeboard. So the Butterstick Pro, it's a more progressive obstacle focused board. It's got a softer flex, but it is actually deceptively full of features. Felix Georgi's Pro model. If you're just starting out riding, this is still a great option. But if you really want to advance your obstacle tricks, your cable riding, take a look at the Butterstick Pro for the 2021 season. So I've been Connor from Surface to Air Sports, and this is the 2021 Liquid Force Butterstick Pro. If you are interested in getting one for this season, please have a look at our website, s2as.com. But for now, if you've enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and of course, if you have any questions, get in touch with us directly or just drop a comment below. We do monitor them and we will respond. Thank you.